Let me tell you about my grandmother. She's a witch. She's a bad, bad witch.
Playing a female villain was something I thought was exciting. You always need a villain in a story. Two is even better. She's a witch. She's a baby-eating witch. She's a universal character. She exists in all sorts of folklore for all children. We all grow up with a story of a witch, of a bad witch. When I was younger, my father, who was Italian, would tell me about the Befana, about how he used to be very afraid of the Befana. This old woman, there are two versions of the Befana. He would give me the dark version, the version of this ordinary woman who adored her child. This child dies, and she hears of a baby Jesus who is born, and she decides in her maddening way that this baby is hers, and she goes to every house on the night of the Epiphany in January to look for her baby, to look for her little boy. And in France, I also grew up with the Fée Carabosse, who's a hunchback woman, who's an evil fairy godmother, if you wish. And here in the US, we have the boogeyman. Be careful, be a good person. The boogeyman's maybe hiding in your closet. What I really enjoyed about playing this woman was that she's sort of like the old woman that lives down the street. She's pretty ordinary looking. She could be that old lady that doesn't talk to her neighbors. She could be a living person. She could actually be somebody that I could encounter and that I might already have encountered, which made her human as well as supernatural. That dichotomy was something that I enjoyed playing with as well. At least it was in my mind when I was playing it. I was also influenced by the witches in all the stories that I grew up with. The Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch of the West. I didn't have the crooked nose and the green face and the pointed hat. I didn't have the voice of the Wicked Witch of the West either. I have no dialogue, so I really had to rely on the facial expressions and on my body and on my breathing. It was work. I had to, and I'm grateful for the prompts that my son Pierre gave me in making the faces. We tried different things, and what really helped me was the boogie woman's dress. Once I put that dress on, once it went over my head, and then when I put on my little purple jacket, I felt that I was the boogie woman. I felt I was the witch. I felt I was Masha's grandmother. I'm very, very grateful for the makeup, the special effects, the music, which all helped me be the frightening woman and the frightening witch that I am. I was also inspired by Goya, the Spanish painter. I distinctly remember when I was younger, the drawing of Goya, the one, The Sleep of Reason Brings Forth Monsters. That whole imagery of witches coming from the German Romanticism and the Spanish influence. One of the most difficult parts of playing this baby-eating witch was to eat the baby. The practical effect of having the baby, this sticky, bloody baby that I had to eat several times, was something that was not easy for me. I was inspired by Goya's painting Kronos, where Kronos eats his baby. That helped me. But again, it was not something that obviously comes naturally. I think that we all have it in us to have that mean streak. Well, we try to hide it all the time. But in this case, I was able to actually be able to take it further, take sometimes my anger, my frustration, and put it in my body and put it in my faces to portray this evil witch. Do I believe in the evil eye? I think I might, actually. I think that some people that are envious, that are jealous, can bring on this dark energy towards the person that they have these feelings for. And even if you don't believe in spells or curses or the evil eye, you might just not want to dismiss them totally, just in case.